Headlines that you wake up to, news that shapes your day, stories that matter to you, the latest and most accurate updates, a fresh start to a new day. The Breakfast News, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. on DD India.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays the foundation stone of lighthouse projects under Global Housing Technology Challenge India across 6 states via video conferencing. Says these projects will showcase the best forms of technology used for public welfare, which will make us proud that our nation is leveraging such technology to give an impetus to development trajectory. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the government is committed to giving a boost to the real estate sector, says affordable rental housing complex is another initiative of the government in real estate sector, and various steps are being taken to revive demand in real estate sector, highlights ease of doing in construction sector. Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan reviews preparedness for dry run of COVID-19 vaccination in Delhi to be conducted tomorrow. 3 districts of Delhi to have dry run of COVID-19 vaccine. Says dry run for COVID-19 vaccine will be held at Daryaganj, GTB Hospital and one private hospital in Delhi. Goods and services tax revenue collection for December 2020 records all-time high since implementation of GST in 2017. A total of 1,15,174 crore rupees gross GST revenue collected in December, an increase of 12% as compared to the same month last year. Delhi NCR shivers under cold wave as conditions intensify due to snowfall in hills covered by thick fog. Delhi records lowest temperature of 1.1 degrees Celsius since 2006. Winter peaks in several parts of the country, including Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan. Weathermen predict rain by tomorrow. As a year of patience and self-reliance bids adieu, 2021 arrives with new hopes amidst night curfews imposed in different parts of the country. People welcome the new year with vigor and caution. The pandemic dampens New Year celebrations around the world too. In international news, the United Kingdom leaves the European Union's economic and political orbit in a historic departure 4 years after Brexit vote. At 11 p.m. in London last night, the UK exits the bloc's single market and customs union as the Brexit transition period came to an end. Hello and welcome. You're watching DD India with me, Munmun Bhattacharya. Let's get started with our top story. Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid the foundation stone of lighthouse projects under the Global Housing Technology Challenge India across 6 states today. The lighthouse projects showcase the best of new age alternate global technologies, materials and processes in the construction sector for the first time in the country. Speaking on the occasion, PM Modi said these 6 projects will give a new direction to housing projects in the country. He added that the GHTC provided us the scope of incubating and innovating new technologies for construction.
लाइट हाउस प्रकाश स्तंभ की तरह है। ये 6 लाइट हाउस प्रोजेक्ट देश में हाउसिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन को नई दिशा दिखाएंगे। देश के पूर्व, पश्चिम, उत्तर, दक्षिण हर क्षेत्र से राज्यों का इस अभियान में जुटना कोऑपरेटिव फेडरलिज्म की हमारी भावना को और मजबूत कर रहा है। साथियों, ये लाइट हाउस प्रोजेक्ट अब देश के काम करने के तौर तरीकों का भी एक उत्तम उदाहरण है।
The Prime Minister said that the Affordable Sustainable Housing Accelerators India program is being run in the country to promote research and startups in modern housing technology.
अलग अलग साइट्स पर 6 लाइट हाउस प्रोजेक्ट का काम शुरू हो रहा है। ये लाइट हाउस प्रोजेक्ट्स आधुनिक टेक्नोलॉजी और इनोवेटिव प्रोसेस से बनेंगे। इसमें कंस्ट्रक्शन का टाइम कम होगा और गरीबों को ज्यादा रेजिलियंट, अफोर्डेबल और कंफर्टेबल घर तैयार होंगे।
Lighthouse projects are being constructed under GHDC India, which envisages to provide an ecosystem for adoption of innovative technologies in the housing construction sector in a holistic manner. The LHPs are being constructed at Indore, Rajkot, Chennai, Ranchi, Agartala and Lucknow. Union MOS for Housing and Urban Affairs, along with Chief Ministers of Tripura, Jharkhand, UP, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh were present on the occasion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also released a certificate course on innovative construction technologies named Navarithi, which is new, affordable, validated research innovation technologies for Indian housing. PM stressed that the course will lead the way forward towards optimum use of high technology in housing sector.
टेक्नोलॉजी से जुड़ी स्किल अपग्रेड करने के लिए सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स भी शुरू किया जा रहा है। ये बहुत बड़ा काम है। हमने इसके साथ ह्यूमन रिसोर्स डेवलपमेंट, स्किल डेवलपमेंट, इसको साइमल्टेनियस शुरू किया है। ऑनलाइन आप पढ़ सकते हैं, इस नई टेक्नोलॉजी को समझ सकते हैं, आप एग्जाम दे करके सर्टिफिकेट प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। ये इसलिए किया जा रहा है ताकि देशवासियों को घर निर्माण में दुनिया की बेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी और मटेरियल मिल सके।
On the occasion, a book titled Alternative and Innovative Construction Systems for Housing and Compendium of 54 Innovative Emerging Technologies shortlisted under GHDC India was also released by the Prime Minister. Prime Minister also gave out annual awards for excellence in implementation of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban Mission. In the category of best performing states, UP bagged the first position, followed by Madhya Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh. In the Northeast region, Tripura bagged the award for best performing state. Prime Minister said that now focus remains on needs of marginalized and poor sections of society.
अब देश का फोकस है गरीब और मध्यम वर्ग की जरूरतों पर। अब देश ने प्राथमिकता दी है शहर में रहने वाले लोगों की संवेदनाओं को, उनकी भावनाओं को। प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना के तहत शहरों में बहुत ही कम समय में लाखों घर बनाकर दिए जा चुके हैं। लाखों घरों के निर्माण का काम जारी भी है। पारदर्शिता सुनिश्चित करने के लिए हर घर की जियो टैगिंग की जा रही है। जियो टैगिंग के कारण हर चीज का पता चलता है। इसमें भी टेक्नोलॉजी का पूरा इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है।
Prime Minister also announced winners under Affordable Sustainable Housing Accelerators India or ASHA India. Awards were given to 6 best potential winners, providing incubation and acceleration support. They were Saltech Design Labs Ahmedabad, Green Forms Faridabad, Cohemp Agroventures based in Uttarakhand, Gowda Togasin Homengi in Gurugram and Prashak Techno Enterprise in Pune. Underlining construction sector acts as a force multiplier for the economy, PM noted that the government continues to take a number of steps to boost the real estate sector.
बीते सालों में जो रिफॉर्म्स किए गए हैं उसमें कंस्ट्रक्शन परमिट को लेकर 3 साल में ही हमारी रैंकिंग 185 से सीधी 27 पर आ पहुंची है। कंस्ट्रक्शन से जुड़ी परमिशन के लिए ऑनलाइन व्यवस्था का विस्तार भी 2000 से ज्यादा शहरों में हो चुका है। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और कंस्ट्रक्शन पर होने वाला निवेश और विशेषकर हाउसिंग सेक्टर पर किया जा रहा खर्च अर्थव्यवस्था में फोर्स मल्टीप्लायर का काम करता है। इतनी बड़ी मात्रा में स्टील का लगना, सीमेंट का लगना, कंस्ट्रक्शन मटेरियल का लगना पूरे सेक्टर को गति देता है।
The Prime Minister highlighted the affordable rental housing scheme started by the government for migrant workers. He stressed that the scheme will provide dignified living to migrant workers, thereby boosting economic activities in multifarious ways.
एफोर्डेबल रेंटल हाउसिंग कॉम्प्लेक्स, ये योजना, इस योजना का लक्ष्य हमारे वो श्रमिक साथी हैं जो एक राज्य से दूसरे राज्य में या फिर गांव से शहर आते हैं। सरकार उद्योगों के साथ और दूसरे निवेशकों के साथ मिलकर उचित किराए वाले घरों का निर्माण करने पर बल दे रही है। कोशिश ये भी है कि आवास उसी इलाके में हो जहां वो काम करते हैं।
An expert panel in the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization met today. The focus of the meeting was the emergency use authorization applications by the Serum Institute of India for the Oxford COVID-19 vaccine and Bharat Biotech's Covaxin. The subject expert committee had met a second time on Wednesday to review their emergency use authorization application after UK's Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency granted emergency use approval to the Serum Institute of India's Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine on Wednesday. 3 companies have applied for the applications for the COVID-19 vaccine candidates. The companies are Pfizer, Serum Institute of India and Bharat Biotech. Pfizer had sought time to present their data. Once the vaccines are cleared by the expert panel, the applications will move to the Drugs Controller General of India for final approval. Today's meeting comes a day before a dry run for vaccinations across India. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan today reviewed the preparedness for dry run of COVID-19 vaccination in Delhi to be conducted tomorrow. 3 districts of Delhi will have dry run of COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Minister said dry run for COVID-19 vaccine will be held at Daryaganj, GTB Hospital and one private hospital in Delhi.
दिल्ली में भी जो है जो हमारा सबसे पहले जो हमें जिनको वैक्सीनेशन करना है वो लिस्टें हमारी अच्छी तरीके से तैयार होंगी और उनको जो कोविन प्लेटफॉर्म है उसके ऊपर लिस्ट को अपलोड किया गया होगा और जहाँ जहाँ हमें वैक्सीनेशंस करने हैं उन वैक्सीनेशन के जो साइट्स हैं, वैक्सीनेशन की जो टीम्स हैं, उन साइट्स के ऊपर जो माइन्यूट से माइन्यूट बातों को ख्याल करना है।
Let's now take a look at updates on COVID-19 from across the country. 23,181 recoveries were recorded yesterday, taking the cumulative total of recovered patients to 98,83,461. With this, the recovery rate currently stands at 96.08%. India's three-pronged strategy of test, trace and treat is proving to be a success. The fatality rate has dropped to 1.45%, with 1,48,994 deaths recorded so far. The number of active COVID-19 cases in India stand at 2,54,254, which is 2.47% of the total cases reported so far. India's success juggernaut in its fight against COVID-19 continues to pace closer to its target. As per the new data released by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's recovery rate stands above 96%. Over 98,83,000 people across the country have recovered from COVID-19, while the number of active cases have seen a declining trend with around 2,54,000 cases. India's fatality rate from the pandemic has improved, staying at just 1.45%. Meanwhile, according to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, the daily cases are swiftly moving on a downward trajectory, with the daily recorded cases moving at a fast pace at an upward trajectory. As per the Indian Council of Medical Research, a total of 10,62,420 samples of COVID-19 were tested in the last 24 hours, which took up the cumulative data of testing so far to more than 17 crore 31 lakh 11,690. Goods and services tax revenue collection for December 2020 recorded an all-time high since the implementation of GST. 1,15,174 crore rupees gross GST revenue has been collected in December. Revenues for December 2020 are 12% higher than the GST revenues in the same month last year. The total revenue earned by the central government and the state governments after regular settlement in the month of December 2020 is 44,641 crore rupees for CGST and 45,485 crore rupees for the SGST. The total number of GSTR 3B returns filled for the month of November up to 31st December 2020 is 87 lakhs. CBSE has decided to conduct Class 10th and Class 12th board exams from 4th May. The exams will conclude by 10th June 2021. Results will be out by 15th July. Announcing the date, Union Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal said that the nation has shifted to online classrooms overnight amid the pandemic with the help of teachers. He also said that One Class, One Channel was launched by DTH services to help those students who do not have access to the internet and smartphones. He also thanked the students for their constant support and cooperation.
10वीं और 12वीं की जो बोर्ड की परीक्षा है वो बोर्ड की परीक्षा 4 मई से प्रारंभ हो जाएगी और 4 मई से प्रारंभ होने वाली ये बोर्ड की परीक्षा हमको भरोसा है कि हम 10 जून तक इसको पूरा कर सकेंगे और परिणामों को घोषणा 15 जुलाई तक कर देनी चाहिए। प्रैक्टिकल की जो परीक्षाएं हैं वो आपकी 1 मार्च से शुरू हो जाएंगी। मेरी शुभकामना आप पूरी ताकत के साथ और बहुत आत्मबल के साथ बिना किसी तनाव के आप परीक्षा की तैयारी में जुटे।
After the announcement of dates of CBSE exams for class 10th and 12th, schools reopened in the states on the first day of New Year 2021. In Karnataka, offline classes for students of 10th and 12th resumed today, with schools abiding by all protocols of COVID-19. Schools in Kerala reopened today for class 10th and 12th standard students whose public exams are expected to be held between 17th to 31st March. The classes for 10th and 12th have started with limited number of students in strict compliance with COVID protocols. Parents' consent is necessary for students who wish to attend their classes. Attendance has not been made mandatory for students. The State Education Department had already directed the schools to allow only 50% of students at a time to attend their classes. Schools in Assam's Guwahati also reopened. Teachers expressed happiness on resumption of classes by performing Bihu dance, although student attendance was registered comparatively less in classrooms. Today is the Defence Research and Development Organization Day. It was established in 1958 to enhance research work in defence sector. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh has tweeted on the occasion. In his tweet, he said, and I quote, "On the occasion of 63rd DRDO Day, greetings and best wishes to Team DRDO and their families. India is proud of their exceptional technological advancements and achievements in building an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Wishing them many more successes in 2021 and years to come." Winter is peaking in many parts of the country, including Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan. Dense to very dense fog and cold wave conditions prevailed in isolated places across Delhi NCR today. Minimum temperature of the season at 1.1 degrees Celsius was recorded at the Safdarjung Observatory, which is considered the official marker for the city today. This dip in mercury has been registered after 8th January 2006, when the temperature was recorded at 0.2 degrees Celsius. The Met Department has said that fresh western disturbances will impact western Himalayan belt as well as the adjoining areas, so the cold wave will continue in North India further. With these changes in weather, light rain or snowfall is predicted to be around 3rd of January. The spell is likely to last till the 6th of January. The World Health Organization on Thursday listed Pfizer and BioNTech's COVID-19 vaccine for emergency use in a move seeking to expedite access in the developing world. The United Nations Health Agency said it will work with regional partners to tell national health authorities about the 2-dose shot and its anticipated benefits. The WHO established its emergency use listing process to help poorer countries without their own regulatory resources quickly approve medicines for new diseases like COVID-19, which otherwise could lead to delays. The WHO's review found Pfizer-BioNTech's vaccine met the must-have criteria for safety and efficacy benefits, which outweigh its risks. However, the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine's challenging storage and delivery requirements, including keeping it at -70 degrees Celsius, have made deliveries challenging in Western countries and may pose bigger hurdles for developing nations without adequate infrastructure. Pfizer and BioNTech's messenger RNA vaccine was found to be 95% effective after 2 doses were given 21 days apart. Let's now take an update on COVID-19 pandemic from across the world. As of now, more than 8 crore 38 lakh coronavirus cases have been reported worldwide, with over 18 lakh 26,000 deaths. Over 5 crore 93 lakh people have recovered from the virus. The United States continues to remain the worst hit country by the pandemic so far, with the highest number of infections. The US has recorded over 2 crore 4 lakh cases of the virus, with a death toll surging past 3 lakh 54,000. Brazil follows US in terms of death toll with 1 lakh 94,000 deaths. China has detected its first imported case of the new coronavirus variant that is spreading rapidly around Britain. Countries around the world have cut off travel links to Britain to stop the spread of the new variant, which scientists have said is 40 to 70% more transmissible than the original virus. The first patient in China with the new variant is a 23-year-old woman from Shanghai who arrived from Britain on the 14th of December. According to the Chinese Center for Disease Control, the case poses a great potential threat to the prevention and control of COVID-19 in China. The variant includes a genetic mutation that, in theory, could result in COVID-19 spreading more easily between people. China will be suspending direct flights to and from Britain indefinitely. The patient in Shanghai has been transferred to a designated medical institution for quarantine. An investigation into her close contacts has started. New York City aims to vaccinate 1 million residents against the coronavirus by the end of January 2021. Mayor Bill de Blasio said that the effort will require setting up vaccination sites across the country. The city vaccinates over 5,000 people every day, and about 2.8 million Americans have received the vaccine shot so far, targeting 20 million people this month. So far, there are over 1,15,000 cases of COVID-19 in New York City, adding the cumulative toll of US to stand above 2 crore 4,21,000, while the number of fatalities is more than 3,53,000. The first case of rapidly spreading mutant variant of COVID-19 infection has been detected in Florida, which became the third U.S. state having the case of the infection. State health authorities said that the infected person has no travel history. Earlier, 2 other cases involving the UK variant were identified in Colorado and California. Meanwhile, United States total cases of the virus stands past 2 crore 4 lakh, while fatalities are more than 3 lakh 54,000. The United Kingdom left the European Union's orbit yesterday, turning its back on a 48-year liaison with the European project. The Brexit transition period expired on the New Year's Eve, 4 years after Brexit vote. The transition period had preserved de facto EU membership after the UK formally left the EU on 31st January of 2020. Britain left the European bloc's a vast single market for people, goods and services midnight in Brussels, completing the biggest single economic change the country has experienced since World War II. A different UK-EU trade deal is set to bring new restrictions. However, for British Brexit supporters, it means reclaiming national independence from the EU and its web of rules. The UK joined the precursor to the EU on the 1st of January in the year 1973. The New Year is being celebrated like no other, with pandemic restrictions limiting crowds and many people bidding farewell to a year that they'd prefer to forget. In the national capital, a night curfew has been imposed for last night and tonight. It was in place yesterday and will also be in place today from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. tomorrow. Not more than 5 people are allowed to assemble at public places, while Mumbai and Bengaluru limited gatherings to 4 persons. President Ram Nath Kovind extended New Year greetings to the countrymen. In a tweet, he said, "New Year provides an opportunity to make a fresh beginning and resolve for individual and collective development. May all of you remain safe and healthy and march ahead with renewed energy to achieve the common goal of our nation's progress." Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu also conveyed warm greetings and best wishes to all citizens on New Year. In a tweet, he said, "Let's welcome the New Year with a spirit of hope as we bid goodbye to a year that has taught us many life lessons through one of the most disruptive pandemics in recent history." Prime Minister Narendra Modi also extended New Year greetings. In a tweet, he said, "May this year bring good health, joy and prosperity. May the spirit of hope and wellness prevail." Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Prakash Javadekar also extended his greetings to the nation on the occasion. In a tweet, he said, and I quote, "Wishing you all a very happy New Year 2021. As we usher in this new year, I hope and wish for prosperity, happiness and good health for all. Hope our country flourishes and touches new heights of success in 2021. Ganga Aarti was performed at the Assi Ghat in Varanasi on the first day of the year 2021 today. Several priests perform this ritual of Ganga Aarti, which is the ritual of offering prayers to Goddess Ganga by carrying deepam and moving it up and down in a rhythmic tune of bhajans. And with that, we come to the close of this news bulletin. News and updates will continue on DD India and DD News.